Shalom family. Finally, por fin, el video que tanto esperaba la gente. Finally, the video I've been trying to put up. It's been hard. Ha sido difícil porque, you know, I had to like put it together. Yo tenía que ponerlo como que junto and I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna be about. But before that, te voy a decir de qué se trata. Pero antes de eso, te voy a enseñar fotos. Creo que al final, I think in the end, fotos míos que yo he dibujado, o puede ser durante el tiempo que yo edite el video. Probably will be like maybe or the end, or put the pictures, or maybe in between when I talk, I'll probably show the picture like what it's about for you guys to get an idea. A lo mejor que cuando esté hablando, yo voy a editarlo y lo pongo como que la imagen para que tú veas de qué se trata. Pero, nada. Esta es mi experiencia. This is my experience of hell and heaven. Esta es mi experiencia de el cielo, infierno y el cielo. Sorry. Entonces, vamos a comenzar. We gotta start with this. Y antes que nada, esto para mí ha sido bien difícil. This is so hard. Porque esto me ha pasado muchos años. This happened to me like years ago. Y nunca quería hablar de esto. Porque era tan traumante, like so traumatizing, que yo me callé. Like I never spoke. ¿Y qué me hizo hablar cuando yo vi en la página? What made me speak about it? I went to Isaiah Salvidal. Yo fui para la página de Isaiah Salvidal, and he put up a video of hell and stuff. Y él puso un video del infierno y cosas así. Y la gente, yo puse un comentario, I put a comment, and la gente me comentaba, people were commenting, he said, please put it up, like, por favor, súbelo. Yes, there will be people that won't believe, pero sí va a haber gente que no va a creer, y va a haber gente que sí. There will be people, you know, yes. So this is going to be in English, in Spanish. So va a ser en inglés y en español. So todo va a ser bíblicamente en mi experiencia, lo que yo vi y escuché. So comenzamos primero que nada. Para todo el mundo que dice, let's start with this first, in Revelation. For everyone who says that hell is not real. Esto es para todo el mundo que dice que el infierno no es real. Hay un versículo, there's a verse that you guys gotta look. Primero lo voy a leer, sea en inglés o en español, como sea. I'm gonna read in English and Spanish, both, right? So, déjame buscarlo primero en español. Lo tengo highlighted porque lo tengo ahí, déjame ver. Ok, déjame aquí al final. It's gonna be here in the end. Right? Entonces. Ok. Alright. You guys, la que son el español, right? The Spanish first. Va a ser en Apocalipsis 20:13. Ok. Y dice, y el mal dio los muertos que estaban en él, y la muerte y el infierno dieron los muertos que estaban en ellos, y fue hecho el juicio de cada uno según sus obras. Okay, now I'm going to read Revelation 20:13. Let me find it. Sorry, you know, this English Bible was given to me like for Christmas, you know, my best friend's husband, and it's still like completely different, you know, from like Spanish. So I have it right here. It says 20 right here, 2013. Okay. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works. According to the works. Ahí mismo, right there, it tells you. If it's not real, si no existe, why did Hades, por qué Hades tenía que dar su muerto? Why did they have to give up their dead if it's not real? So, we start off. Vamos a empezar, primero que nada, con números. we're going to start with number 16, okay? And I'm going to read in English and then in the Spanish one too, you know, so yo voy a leer los dos, you know. Así que buscan su Biblia. Y entonces, let me find it too, because I have both my Bibles here. And I have my Spanish one and my English one. Numbers. Okay, so number 16, 30 to 33 says, but if the Lord made a new thing and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed them up with the apparition unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then yet understand that these men provoked the Lord, and that it came to pass as he had made the end, speaking all these words, that the ground caveth underneath, and it was under them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses and all the men and that appertained into Korah and all their goods. Okay, now 33, verse 33 says, and all that appertained into them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed up upon them, and they perished among the congregation. Okay, now I'm going to read the Spanish one, que es número 16, de 30 a 32. Perdón, 33. Y dice, número 16, 30. Pero si el Señor hiciere una nueva cosa, y la tierra abriera su boca, y los tragare con todas sus cosas, y descendieron vivos al abismo, entonces conocieras que estos hombres irritaron al Señor. Y aconteció que, habiendo terminado de hablar todas estas palabras, se rompió la tierra que estaba debajo de ellos, y abrió la tierra su boca, y los tragó a ellos y sus casas, y todos los hombres de Core, y todos sus bienes. Y ellos con todo lo que tenían descendieron vivos al abismo, que es el infierno, y los cubrió la tierra, y perecieron de medio de la congregación. Entonces, the verse I read, right? Hell has different, el infierno tiene diferentes como que aberturas, like opening. They have different openings. Y entonces, uno de ellos, one, as you read, that God opened up the earth. Entonces, uno de ellos fue que Dios abrió la tierra y ellos descendieron vivos, okay? So esto me pasó hace años y yo tenía como 20 y pico por ahí, como que yo estaba aquí en mi apartamento viviendo todavía, pero para ese tiempo, and by then I was living in my apartment and stuff, pero yo no sé qué, maybe yo estaba like thinking in my head, a lo mejor yo estaba pensando en mi mente como que será real, no sé, like I don't know. Yo solo sé que voy a empezar con la primera foto que voy a poner desde el principio. It's gotta be a bed. Va a ser una cama porque yo estaba en mi cama. It's gotta be a bed. Because when I was in my bed, es como si la cama se abriera. Like the bed opened up and y yo como que descendí para abajo. Like I descended down and fast. Y de momento I see this esta cueva. I see this cave, right? And so I had drawn it, like I always have in my mind. Yo siempre lo tengo en mi mente, pero nunca lo he dibujado. Y después hace tiempo yo lo dibujé, and then I drew it to be better. Lo dibujé para que sea mejor. Entonces, it's gotta go by like my memory, like from the way it was. Like, va a ser por memoria como pasaron las cosas así mismo, tú me entiendes. So yo voy a estar corriendo. You gotta see this book. This book es lo que yo vi. Lo que yo vi, yo lo dibujé en este libro. Y on this book is everything here that God speaks to me, what I see. Because there's sometimes, hay a veces que Dios me habla y me enseña visiones. And He shows me vision, like right there, as like you watching it. Like, alive, like as you're watching a TV, ahí en vivo. Pero, and then, so, esta aquí, right? Hold on, I'm gonna put it this way. This que está aquí, ¿verdad? Tú ves que dice, you see that says number 16, right? So I saw this cave. Yo vi una cueva. I'm sorry, yo no seré la mejor dibujando. Like, I'm not the best drawing like people. Maybe when I'm like, not lazy. I do. A veces cuando yo no estoy vaga, yo dibujo. So, había una cueva. Pero, antes que nada, tú ves, you see the cave, right? And you see this line, and you see like, tú ves como back in the old days, como los tiempos de antes, cuando estaban presos, when there were like people from jail, they would be like having this ball chain or something. Tenían como que una cadena en los pies, como bola. Entonces, and then, I entered this place and I see this cave. Yo veo esta cueva, yo me quedo, ¿qué es esto? But in that cave, like that entrance, there were so many people. Había tanta gente de tantos países y tantas nacionalidades. There were so many people of different nationalities, like all over the world. And then, y tú crees que había una fila, like a line. And I have a picture. Yo tengo una foto que más o menos, yo tengo que como que aclararla for you. Like, I have to lighten it up a little bit because it's dark. Like, porque yo la agarré como que from a movie that tenía como que eso exactamente, like it had the same picture, like I needed, like, right, and I'm gonna put it, right, and so nada, and I see these people, y yo dije, and I was saying to myself, wow, this line, I'm never gonna get in, like, we're never gonna get in. Nadie sabe todavía como que dónde estaban, like, we were just there, y en la cosa, and the thing is, you can't speak to nobody, like, there's no communication. You have no communication whatsoever, like, tú no tienes comunicación. So, entonces, una vez que estaba adentro, todo el mundo, everyone has this, like, cuffs, you know, chains, like, to the leg. Todo el mundo tiene como cadena en los pies, right? So, tú sabes, so you know you're someplace that you're, like, in some jail. Right, but the entrance outside was like a rocky, like todo era de tierra, like dirt, and it was dry, todo era seco, like it was no living thing, no había nada vivo. Entonces, vamos para la segunda. And once you get in, right, everything of hell, todo lo que tenga que ver con el infierno es imitación del cielo, of everything of heaven. And so, la segunda cosa que yo vi, like, I had a jar, like, como yo lo vi, you know? So, this is the second one, right? Entonces, la segunda fue, like, I see this gate, like heaven has a gate, you know, a golden gate. But everything here was, like, dirt. Todo era tierra aquí, ¿verdad? Y una vez que tú entras, it was like a portal, like, tú entras, it was like a portal, like, you came in. Una vez que tú entraste ahí, once you enter here, you know you're not gonna get back. It's like when you're like in a loony bin, I'm so sorry to say, like a mental home, sorry. Perdóname. ¿Verdad? Un psiquiatría. That once you get into the, you know, the doctor's door, no hay como que llave, no hay handle. That's how it is. Una vez que tú entras por ahí, tú no vas a salir. So, una vez que tú entras, entonces, lo que yo vi, yo vi como que I saw like a demon, right? Y había a black book, había un libro, oh, let me show it, sorry. Había un libro, right? Like a black book. And then, aquí estaban las filas como que de las personas. Y aquí, entonces, él era un juez, like a judge. And according to what you did, y dependiendo qué es lo que tú hiciste, es que entonces va tu tormento a donde tú estás asignado. According to what you did, you were assigned to a cell or whatever your torment was. Pero, el infierno es como que tiene diferentes entradas, you know, formas, mientras, you know, hell, like, it has different forms of entrances, you know, so todo el mundo cae en una forma diferente. Like, people, you know, there's so many, and, you know, people don't see it. hay demasiado. Entonces, vamos a ir para el cuarto. We're going to go to the fourth one. And when we go to the fourth one, right? Déjame ver, let me see. Let me go to the fourth. Okay. Right here. Yo no sé cómo decir esto en español. I don't know how to say this in Spanish. But the cell, yo estaba en una celda. And the cell I was assigned to, it was like medieval times, like medieval, like chambers. Era el tiempo de antes, como muchos años que era medieval times, donde las cárceles eran como que de roca y tú sabes que era pasto. It was like so old, right? And rusty, and it was like dirt and hay on that time, you know, those medieval times. So, and then yo, como estoy ahí, yo me siento, tú no ves nada. Once you get in, you can't see nothing, like, tú no ves nada. It's so black, you can't see your hand. Está tan oscura que tú no ves nada. Y entonces te lo dice. Te habla de la oscuridad. It talks about the blackness. So we're going to go right now to Isaiah 8:22. Vamos a ir para Isaías 8:22. Let me first read in Spanish, and then I'll go to the English one. Oh, let me search it before anything. And then, let's go see. Oh, here we go. Isaiah. Okay, here we go. It's there. Here we go. Isaías 8. Sorry, we'll show you right now. My picture, right? Okay, here 8, 7, 4. Okay, here we go. Y dice 8, déjame ver. 8:22. Let me see. 8:22. 22. Okay, and it says, y miraron la tierra, y aquí la tribulación y tinieblas de oscuridad y angustia, y serán sumidos en las tinieblas. Este Isaías 8:22. And we got to read it also in English one too. And it says, let me see, 8. It says, and they shall look unto the earth and behold trouble and darkness and dimness and anguish. And they shall be driven into the darkness. So, ahí te dice claro, it tells you right there, tú vas a estar en la oscuridad. Right there. That's the verse. Isaiah 8:22. Isaías 8:22. Estás completamente en oscuridad. And well, the thing is, y la cosa es que yo estoy, pero ¿dónde estoy? Like, ¿cómo va a ser? No puede ser. Like, no, it can't be. And todo este tiempo, all this time, you're like having trouble breathing, like you can't even breathe. Y cuando lo que tú hueles, and you can't breathe, tú no puedes respirar. Y lo que tú respiras, it was such a horrible smell. When you could smell, it was so horrible. Tú podías poner todas las basuras. You could put all the trash in the earth and all the rotten flesh, all the, tú sabes, todas las cosas podridas de basura y todos los cuerpos humanos, y no se va a comparar. It's not going to compare, like no comparison. Y yo decía, no. Y entonces, in the cell, there was 2 demons. Like, I felt something in there. Like, I saw. Y yo podía ver, y estaban a mis lados. They were by my side. And I was so scared. Tenía un miedo, pero un clase de miedo. Que I said, no. And then they started laughing. Ellos empezaron a reírse. But the hate you felt, el odio que ellos sintieron hacia mí, it was a hate like I have never experienced in this earth. Yo nunca he sentido este sentimiento de odio hacia una persona as like a feeling to someone. Like, you know, you hate some girl, some boy. Cuando tú eres chamaquito, tú odiabas un nene, una nena. Like, oh, I hate her. Pero no. Ese odio, that hate, is no. You don't know. It's so evil. Como que es tan, como que malo, malvado. Tú sentías una maldad. Like, you could feel this hate, like hatred. Tú podías oler y ver ese odio que te escupían. And they used to say, oh, they used to call me, you're stupid human. Ellos me llamaban estúpido humano. Pero you know what? ¿Tú quieres saber una cosa? You guys are stupid humans. es verdad, tú son estúpido humano. ¿Por qué? Porque le creen las mentiras al diablo. Because why? Because you believe the lies of the devil. And, pero the way they said it, so much hate, pero como la forma como lo dicen, era tanto odio, pero un odio. Entonces, right, this is what I drew at that time, right? You see this cell like, right? Tuve, y esto era tierra, pero dirty, 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 todo oscuro, todo tierra, and it was rock, right? Perdóname, yo tuve que dibujar, I had to draw like this, you know, because to draw it. Like, further down, después yo te voy a enseñar como más o menos, I'm going to show you like a sample, and I have drawn it better. And right here, that was me, and that cell, it was like worse, porque te podía pasar cualquier cosa. Ellos te pueden violar ahí, te pueden, ahí mismo, cortarte en pedazos, ellos te podían acuchillar. They could do whatever they wanted. They could rape you there, they could pull you apart, they could stab you. Ellos pueden hacer lo que sea, porque cuando tú estás en esa celda, it was like una área como que a torment, y se puede encender en la llama ahí, like you could feel, you know, de la nada el fuego subir de esa celda ahí. It could go up, like, right, the fire could go up. And I was like, no, yo tengo que escapar. I have to escape out of this place. What? I don't belong here. Y yo dije, no, yo no pertenezco aquí. Yo no pertenezco aquí. No. Ellos se echaron a reír. They were laughing. And they said, ay, you're so dumb. Tú eres tan estúpida que tú caíste en las redes, mis trampas. You're so dumb that you fell for the trap. And, you know, and yo estaba sola. Y, like, you're never alone. Tú nunca estás sola porque en la celda hay cosas, hay animales, hay cockroaches, hay rats, hay de todo tipo de animal, the creepy crawler thing in the cell. Pero entonces, yo no sé qué pasó. Like, I knew that había alguien conmigo. Like, I knew someone was there with me. And I see this light. Y yo veo una luz. Y yo, ay, mira, una luz. Yo salí de la celda, ¿verdad? Pero era Jesús que estaba ahí. Yo no sabía. And I'm like walking in this path. Y yo estoy caminando. Déjame ver si yo tengo 5. A ver, 5. Ok. Yo estoy caminando en como pasillo. Entonces, you see it, the way I see it is like this red, black, like gloomy, como que cueva, like an entrance, right? Like, como estilo como una cueva ahí, como que bien oscura, bien vieja, bien creepy, como tú escuchabas como you could hear like when you went in that like entrance, como ruido, like noises, right? And you're like, I'm not alone here. Tú sentías, yo no estoy sola. You're like, no, I gotta escape. Pero desde el momento que tú estás ahí, from the moment you're there, your senses, tus sentidos son más hartos, 10 veces más, 10 times worse, like more heightened. Están bien amplio, como que tú lo sientes. Y every movement you do, cada movimiento que tú haces es un esfuerzo tremendo. Every movement you do is so much work, like so much. So, I have a picture also like in the end, or I don't know if, like I said, entonces yo dibujo esto because I'm with somebody, right? I'm so sorry. It's like, I tried, really. ¿Verdad? Tú ves como que yo con él, Jesús, y tú ves aquí como que esto era rojo y como negro, como que, viejo, y tú es como un túnel, like a tunnel, right? Y todo eso era como tierra, like dirt, like, no había life, there's no life, like everything's dead. And I'm like, oh, look, hay una luz, como que, you know, y todo el tiempo él está conmigo como que agárrame. And I'm like, entonces, cuando yo voy pasando ese túnel, when I pass that tunnel, wow, eso fue fuerte. That was really, really strong. Tú escuchabas people. I started to hear people, like, tú puedes escuchar los gritos, the gnashing of teeth, el llanto y crujir de dientes. So, let's go to the verse that says, en Mateo, déjame ver, Mateo 13, let's go to Matthew 13, let me see. Let me first find it here. I have the page right here. Okay, so I'm gonna first read in English, right? And I'm gonna show you like what I have. Yo te voy a enseñar voy el español y el inglés, como siempre te digo. Entonces, este es Mateo 13:42. Y, y los echarán en el horno de fuego, y ahí será el llorar y crujir de dientes. Entonces, y te lo repite, and it repeats it again too. If you go down, si tú bajas en 50, te dice lo mismo. Y echarán el horno de fuego, y ahí el lloro de crujir de dientes, que es el 50. And then, let's go to the English one, right? And I have it here, Matthew 13, let me see. Matthew 13 right here, 42. Matthew 13:42, and it says, and cast them into the furnace of fire, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. And it repeats it in the 50. Like if you go to verse 50, it tells you the same thing. You know, and they should be cast into the furnace, and they should be wailing of and gnashing of teeth. O sea, entonces, so then, cuando yo estoy viendo, like what I see, I start to see this pit. Yo estoy viendo un hoyo, como un hoyo en la tierra. Y ahí, una persona ahí. And then I see this pit in the ground, and in there I see a person. And yo podía ver como que era, it was so deep, like deep down. En ese roto era tan oscuro y era un hoyo profundo. And there, you start to see the flames, like flames. I start to see the flames go up. Y la cosa es que en este lado, and the thing is, I started to see these flames go up. Like that person, when I see the flames go up, and you can see tú puedes ver este esqueleto, the skeleton, and the skin como que burning, y tú puedes ver la piel quemarse. And the thing is, había dos demonios, ¿verdad? Con espada, like with spears. And that person would go up, right? Would go up and climb and climb. Subía ese hoyo. You know, the person would climb up the pit. And right when he gets to the top of it, I'm like, he's gonna make it. Él lo va a lograr. And you see los demonios con los spears, ¿verdad? Con una espada, con un tipo de espada, como que, ¿verdad? Como si se fuera como que un arrow, ¿verdad? Como una flecha, ¿verdad? Así. With, right, like an arrow, a spear, sorry. And he would go like that. Lo empujaba para abajo con él, así. Lo empujaba, he would push him back down, and he would fall back down. Like in that fire all the time. Siempre estaba encendido. And I saw another person too, like a lot of people, but esto es lo que yo, like, that's what I draw, right? I'm so sorry, I'm not the best thing drawing. Right? I'll explain the bottom, just give me a minute. Tú ves like two demons here, right? Like I explained right now. And you see this person, and you saw these demons. And then right when he was gonna get up, and I was like, va a lograrlo. Ahí mismo, with the spears, lo apuñalaban. They would like stab him, and he would go down, like stab, and he would go down. Y después, en otra área aquí, right? There was this other people, like, there was people. Whole bunch of people, había mucha gente. Y ahí había gente. Y ellos estaban como que, and they were just like left, like to die. You know, obviously you're not gonna die, but they were just left, like burning in that fire. Ellos estaban ahí together, ellos estaban juntos, together. Pero there's no communication. You have no communication whatsoever. And the thing is, like, where I was in my cell, outside, afuera de mi celda, había un sign. Había como que algo escrito que dice de tu pecado que tú hiciste. There was a sign outside, what the sin that you were in. For example, if you were in lust, decía lujuria, ¿sabes? Y ahí estaban toda la gente de lujuria, depending, right? It would say your sign, why that person's there, like you have this badge, tú tienes como una placa, cosas así. Entonces, ellos estaban ahí un montón y solo tú escuchabas, tú escuchabas ese llanto como que tan terrible que tú estabas, I need to get out of here, yo tengo que salir de aquí, porque yo miraba para aquí. And it was worse. You go this way, and even worse. And it was so hard. It's so hard to see this. Y era tan fuerte porque esa gente pedía ayuda. Those people were like asking for help. Pero there is no help. ¿Sabes? Está en olvido. And then, en la palabra, dice como que, y tú serás echada a la oscuridad y el olvido. And it says in a word right? And it says in a Bible somewhere, I have it written down, classics 6:4, bueno, dice algo like, it says something like, and you were left in the darkness and forgotten. Y es como que, what it means, what I'm trying to say is como que, la palabra Jesús, the word Jesus, you don't know, it's not like, it's nothing to you. No es nada porque it's like if it was never existed. Es como si nunca existido esa persona. Like you were left. And tú pensarías, and you would think like, oh, I'm around these people and there's communication. But no, it's like you're in your own torment. Tú estás en tu propio tormento porque the demons would ellos te los recordaban. They would remember you. You had a chance. You're so dumb, you stupid human. Te dice, tú tienes oportunidad, estúpido humano. And then you can see the worms of, and the word says it. Tú sabes, y los gusanos que nunca morirán, nunca van a morir. And the word says it, where the worms will not die, you know, not even in the fire, ni siquiera en el fuego. Y yo, and then I started walking the path. Yo entonces seguí, ¿verdad? El camino porque that place has like different sections, tiene diferentes secciones, and depending what you did would be your torment. Depending on what you did is your torment, sorry. And then I remember seeing this girl. I remember seeing this girl. And yo sabía, and I knew it was a girl because ella tenía su carne, like she had her flesh, right? Ella tenía su piel, pero habían demonios. Ella estaba puesta, oh, I'm gonna show you. Sorry. Ella estaba puesta como que en una mesa. Like, she was in this, like, el room or something, como que en un área como, se parecía como, like, an office or a doctor. Se parecía como un sitio como que de un hospital or something, like, creepy, como que bien, like, horrible. Se parecía como un área de un hospital, esa oficina, ese sitio ahí, como que en la tormenta que estaba esa muchacha. And then the demons, right, that they were, I saw two, right, yo vi dos en cada lado. And they started to tear her skin apart. Y empezaron como que romper, sacarle el pellejo, like her skin, like taking it off, like I could see the skin coming off. Yo podía ver la piel arrancarse, like they were tearing it apart. Y yo me quedé así. And I was like, it was so hard because I'm like, get me out of this place. I was like, I need to leave. And then I'm there. Y de momento, I saw like, lo que yo vi era como que ella era una bruja. That what I saw was she was a witch, you know. And you know, people who are in the cult, la gente que están en la, como que la brujería, son satanistas, satanists and stuff like that. And she was, y era como que it was her torment porque, you know, when witches or whatever, or satanists, los satanistas, tú sabes que hacen sacrificios, they do sacrifices with animals and humans, and you know, tú sabes muy bien que ellos comen humanos, they eat babies, ellos comen bebés. So, you know, they would rip the skin, they would, you know, do sacrifices. Ellos hacían muchos sacrificios. And then that was onto her. Eso mismo lo hicieron ahí. Empezaban a como que arrancarle la piel. They started rip her apart, like in pieces. Yo podía ver los cuchillos como que, like this, like just ripping her apart, like into pieces. And yo seguí caminando, and I started to walk further down than like some other way. I'm like, wait, okay, this is even worse. I gotta get out. And then this place, y había entonces un hombre. And then I saw this man. And I saw like 4 demons, right? Holding left, right, and hands. Entonces había cada demonio aguantando cada mano y pies, like from hands to feet, right? And I'm like, it was so hard. That was so hard because everything you see is like, what am I in? Tú sabes, ¿qué es lo que, you know, what would I do? Like, how do I get out? And, you know, tú estás tratando de salir and you can't, like, there's no escape. Y de momento, I see this man, yo veo este hombre y los demonios, the demons, right? They started to, like, rip him apart, like, ellos jalaban, uno estaba a la izquierda, one was left, one was right, and each hand and each feet. And all of a sudden you start to pull. And pull, I mean, jalarse como si fuera like, you know that movie, I don't know if it's on Spider-Man, like Elastic Man or like X-Man. ¿Sabes esa película, yo no sé, como El Hombre Elástico? You know, you guys remember that? He was like that. Y lo jalaban. Y literal, I remember seeing like this desprenderse, like the whole body, like just off, like into pieces, 4 pieces each, because they put like the hand here, they put other hand, jalaban el otra mano aquí y los pies, and he was turning to pieces, and then I'm like, but then entonces después yo sentí como que un alivio porque dice, okay, it's gotta stop. Él tenía descanso, he's gotta have a rest, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel good because he's gotta get rest. No hay descanso. Porque es que la palabra lo dice, and the word it says, and there should be no rest for the wicked. Y no va a haber descanso para los malvados. Día y noche, like night and day, for like forever, for eternity. Y yo pensaba, and I thought, like, oh, he's gotta get rest, yeah. And then la cosa raro is, the weird part is that he would have his body back again. Like, it would go back again, like as I'm in right now. And then it would start over again. Y de momento empezaba todo de nuevo. And that was so hard. Eso fue bien difícil, because I'm like, and that's when I do this. Y esto es que yo dibujé, like I do this, ¿verdad? Ay, Dios mío, it's so hard. Right here, I do this right. And then I'm gonna go to the page that I said that of the man. Yo voy a ir donde está la persona, ¿verdad? And then yo dibujé like un example. I drew this example of, you know, because lazy drawing sometimes, right? And it was like a figure like this, right? Like different, porque what these beings are huge, like humongous, huge, gigantic, y de diferentes formas de animales y cosas, and you know they were falling with there too, y como que they could do whatever. And then este era el hombre que yo decía, ¿ves? There was a demon right here, there was another one right here, each 4, and then tú ves como que, oh, let me see it, like together, and then his pieces, right? They would be apart, like his hand and feet, tú ves como que las manos y los pies, ¿verdad? Entonces, after showing me this, como que yo veo como que Jesús, como que alguien está conmigo porque es mi luz, like I see someone with me, like I can feel something, like a presence, like a light, y I'm like, you know, de momento, like, he said something como que, he puts, and next thing you know, I don't know how, yo estaba de vuelta, I was back in my cell. Yo estaba de vuelta en mi celda. Y I was back in my cell. And I was left there. Yo estaba ahí, en olvido ahí. Y entonces, when I'm going back in my cell, I just felt, yo sentí sola, como que hopeless. Tú sentías sola y olvidada, como que una soledad, like, como que no one loves you, like, just left, like, despair. Tú sentías desespero, like, tú sentías todo. La cosa es que you remember everything you did in this earth, all the chances you had, because each and every single time, cada vez que Jesús te mostraba algo, él te decía como que la historia, like he would tell you like what he did, all the chances. And the sad part is, la gente como que buscaba, ayúdame. And, you know, it's too late. Decía como que se te pasó, it's too late. You missed it, you know. You had your chance. And cuando yo estoy para atrás de mi celda, yo veo, déjame ver, esto aquí, déjame ver, en Matthew 25, Mateo 25, déjame ver, 25:30, déjame ver. Aquí, de nuevo. Y el silbo inútil, echarle en las tinieblas y afuera. Y ahí habrá lloro y crujir de dientes, right? And if you go to Matthew 25:30, right? It goes back to the same thing and it says, let me see, hold on. Matthew 25:30, and it says, and cast the unprofitable servant into utter darkness, and there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Weeping. Y ahí, like, you can hear it. Todo el tiempo you hear these screams, and the more deeper, the más profundo que tú vas, the worse it is. And yo te voy a dar este ejemplo. I'm going to give you this example, like, this is like what happened. Like, if si tú moriste y tú estás en, like, if you died and you die in sexual sin, en área como que sexual, like, if you, for example, si tú, por ejemplo, tenías una pareja, like, if you had a spouse, right, and you cheated on him or her, y tú le engañaste a él o a ella, y tú moriste así, en tu pecado, como que cometiendo tu delito, like adultery, adulterio. When you go to hell, cuando tú vas para el infierno, prepárate. Prepare, because you will feel the same thing. Y todo lo que tú sentías aquí in this earth, and you were like, pleasurable, este placer, you will not feel that there. Trust me, you will not. And if you perverse, y tú eres bien perversa o perverse, there will be something especially for you. Va a haber una área, un cuarto, donde va a haber juguetes igualito como aquí arriba. There gotta be toys, like exactly like it was here. And there's gonna have like sharp spears. Vas a ver como que armas con cuchillos, navajas, like, y eso te lo van a poner en tu parte privada. They're gonna put in the private parts. Or maybe you're gonna be gang raped, right? Vamos a poner, o vas a estar violada por un montón de demonios. Un montón de demonios, like, just raping you, non-stop. La cosa es que you can't do nothing about it. And the thing is, the semen, ¿verdad? Cuando se viene, se va a sentir, you gotta feel like acid. Tú vas a sentir como si fuera ácido. It's gonna burn, like, burn. And if you were a prostitute here on earth and you did the same thing, como que you're a prostitute, de prostituta, you're gonna be one there too. Tú vas a ser uno ahí. Y tú vas a estar dándole all eternity, pero cosa horrible. Pero horrible, te van a engarrar, like, they're gonna rip you to shreds. You're not gonna have no rest. Y la cosa es, you're not gonna have no rest. And you, as a person now, if you're intimate, tú sabes, cuando tú estás con tu pareja y tú estás íntimo, you get tired, right? Tú te cansas y tú estás, coges tu descanso, right? You're like, you need to stop. Ahí no va a haber oportunidad para ti. Tú no vas a ver nada. You can see. And la cosa es que I was like, oh, I could see, but it was because el fuego, como que la llama, the flames, made a way for you to see, because you could see the flames. And when I was back in my cell, right here, watch. I went back to my cell, right, and I was left, like I said, y ahí, these demons started to, like, pull me apart, like, rip me, like, my arms, like, ripped, starting jalándome las manos, como que, and you could feel this, like, alguien tan gigante, like, you could know it, because it was so dark, como tú no te ves, porque tú estás dirty, bloody, sucia, de todo, and you, o sea, la cosa es que en la celda, in the cell, snakes can go in and out. And then even, they can even do this. Ellos también pueden ser, they can come in to you and out. Ellos pueden entrar dentro de ti y salir. Because esto que te voy a decir, esto me pasó. Like, it was like an attack. Esto aquí que te voy a decir, era como es un ataque demoníaco. And this part I'm going to tell you is the truth. It's the truth that I experienced here, like, here in Earth. as a demonic attack. And un día, yo sentí como que a demon or something me quería destruir. Like, he wanted to destroy me. Me quería destruir como que el mundo espiritual, como todo. Como que desde el mundo espiritual, from the spiritual realm and from the physical. Y yo me recuerdo que esa culebra entró en mí. And I remember this snake came inside. Like, I could feel something here in my belly. I felt it. And I was like, ¿cómo va a ser? I felt something here. And I'm like, pero in the, like, what I'm seeing in the dream, I'm with somebody, like, there's an angel with me. And I'm like, and I knew there was something, yo sabía que había un ángel conmigo. Y en ese momento, yo dije, I started to get scared, like, you know, not a lie. Me asusté y yo dije, no, nada, esto va a salir. This gotta get out. And I knew, you know, it was trying to destroy me, like, from inside. And quería matar, like, kill me. And I remember, I'm like, get out, you know, and yo estaba luchando, like, fighting. I'm like, I know you, and I don't know, like, what I did. Like, I started, like, forced it out, like, out. Y yo me recuerdo que that thing, that snake, and it wasn't a tiny snake. It was like a restricted python or something. It looked like huge. I mean, grande, like grande. And I remember his head coming out, like my private part. And I remember, like, él saliendo, and I went, y yo cogí esa culebra, and I'm like, ¡pah! Y yo lo partí. And in the dream, I remember I, like, broke it. I'm like, I killed it. I killed it, even though, and it was the worst feeling, because it entered me. Y tú te imaginas, can you imagine in hell? Depending on your sin, if you were in sexual torment, whatever you're doing, and if you're like a prostitute, for example, en la prostituta, los culebras entran adentro y afuera, and they can go exit any hole from your mouth, from your head, from your ears, from any body part. They make a hole, cualquier parte de tus ojos, de tus oídos, de tu cuerpo. Ellos buscan una salida. They will find an exit. They'll make it, porque that's your torment. You know, they could do whatever. And the snakes there are huge. Las culebras ahí son grandes. And when I woke up, like, this experience that I experienced, I woke up, it could still hurt. Like, yo dolí. Like, I was still hurting, like, right there, like, in my private part, hurting. And, pero lo único consuelo, I started fasting and praying, and, you know, I was in warfare right there. Yo me levanté, yo estaba reprendiendo, yo estaba en guerra. Ahí. Y yo busqué ayuno, and I knew que algo me quería matar. Like, something wanted to shut me up, because I'm a person that I tell you the truth, you know. Tell you the truth. If God says, Isa, I want you to talk about this, I'm going to talk about it. You know, I'm going to obey. Yo voy a decir lo que él me dice. And just like I'm doing here now. And nada. Y entonces, cuando estoy en mi celda, when I'm in my cell, and he started to rip me apart, like these demons, right? Going back. But what I told you was a part that happened here, right? A demonic attack. And I did the example as the snakes, but yo hice el ejemplo de las culebras para que tú sepas cómo se sentiría. And that feeling I felt, man, that was horrible. Ese sentimiento que yo sentí, qué horrible. Yo me recuerdo, like, crying, I mean, llorando. But anyways, so when I went back to myself, and they started to pull me, y empezaban a jalarme, que mis manos jancado, like, I can feel it. Yo puedo sentir todo, like, super heightened, bien harto, el doble. Yo dije, no. I do not belong here. Yo no pertenezco aquí. And then that's when you see me here, right? Let me go back. You see me here praying, right? Right there. Yo doblé rodilla. I went on my knees. I went on my knees for some reason. I'm like, and I started to pray. And I'm praying to hell. Yo estoy orando a Dios. Yo, Dios mío, perdóname. Forgive me, Father, if I've sinned against you. And I don't belong here. Y ellos, los demonios, están riéndose. The demons were laughing. Like, he doesn't hear you. He left you alone. Ella no te escucha. Él te dejó solo porque no te quiere. Tú estás en olvido. He doesn't love you. That's why he left you here in this place. You're forgotten. And then I remember this, when I'm praying, cuando estoy orando, yo vi esta mano. Sorry. Yo no soy, I'm not the best drawing, right? Sometimes I am like drawing, I could take my time and draw, but a veces sí, ¿verdad? Pero es que como que soy vaga, right? So, yo vi una mano, como que I saw this huge hand, like a huge, una mano grande, y me agarró, and he took me out of hell, like, and that's what I draw right there, like, I saw, right, like, cloud thing, and a hand, a huge hand, and he took me from this place, like, you see, because, and when he took me to this place, I'm like asking like, why was I here? He's like, why was I left? ¿Por qué? Yo le estoy preguntando, pero ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? You know, because él me dijo, Isa, yo quiero que tú sientas lo que esta gente, Isa, I want you to feel what they feel. They have no opportunities. Ellos no tienen oportunidad. I want you to feel what they felt. Yo quiero sentir lo que ellos se sienten. Estas personas que están completamente olvidados. These people that are forgotten. Because ellos ya dieron su juicio. Like they had their judgment. And it was set. That's what they did. Eso es lo que hicieron. Y eso es su tormento. But then, now as a Christian, right, I gave my life to Christ. Yo di mi vida en el 2020, and ever since I'm like a year and like 6-7 months right now, as a Christian, right, and baptized and everything, and bautizado y todo. Y un día when I'm intimate, God says, Isa, I want to show you something. Me dice, Isa, yo quiero enseñarte algo. Yo dije, okay. And I told him, okay. He wants to show me something. And I have no idea. Yo no sé nada. Like, nothing. And then after this happened, what my experience like happened years ago, it ended with the hand. It terminó con la mano. Y ahora yo como cristiano, like me as a Christian, and he said, está hablándome, ¿verdad? Mi intimidad. Me dice, te voy a demostrar algo. I'm going to show you something. Okay. You know. I'm like, okay. And I don't know, él me puso como que a dormir, like he put me to sleep or something, because de momento, like, then, what I told you was years ago, and then that's fast forward here, is now in 2022. Now, 2022, right, let me find it. 2022, he shows me something. Él me enseña algo y fue February 3 of 2002. Yeah, 2002. Él me demuestra this place that yo no sabía que. All I know, I'm like, I'm back. He sent me back to hell again. Él me llevó para atrás de vuelto ahí. And what he was wanting to show me this, era esto que te voy a decir. And, I saw this path. Yo vi este camino, right? I'm going to show you in a minute. Este camino. Y cuando yo vi este camino, I saw this lake. Yo veo como un lago, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Yo veo, ay, qué raro un lago. But the thing is, cuando yo me salgo, yo, ay, qué raro. Tú lo ves en fuego, como si fuera lava. You see it like if it was lava or something. And then I look at him like, are those people in there? Como que hay gente ahí. Yo, no puede ser. Like, pero all this, el camino era tierra, like dirt, this path, like really small, tiny path, like path. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, yo voy a caerme, pero nada, yo estoy like lit, like this. I'm like dressed in this white robe, you know, because he is taking me here, like he took me here. And what it was the lake. Lo que era, él me enseñó esto. It was a lake of fire, like como que un lago. Y había gente. There were people in there. And I'm going to show you right now what I saw, right? And before, un momento. Antes que te demuestre, I saw these people and I'm like, well, like at least my logic, mi forma de pensar, right? Thinking like, wouldn't they can get out, like si ellos pudieran salir, like they can get out. All they have to do is like get out. Yo pensaba como que ellos pueden salir, you know, pero ellos están como que en cadenados. They're like chained up together. They were men and women chained up together. Y I'm like, oh, como que, it's weird because whenever I told you, es raro porque recuerda que yo te dije que el infierno tiene diferentes entradas y no sé si como que hay gente que cae de arriba para abajo, como que caen como si fueran maletas. Like, there's some people that fall, like, just being dropped into this place or maybe a fire or something, pero you have like chain, you have a chain. Y esto es lo que yo vi. And then this is what I saw right here, right? Let me see it. I'm sorry, I'm not the best drawing, like I try. Yo trato, right here, you know my date right there? Right there. He showed me this. Y la cosa es que yo veo people, and there could be the people of gay and lesbian ahí. There could be people que eran lesbianas y que son patos ahí. But not only them either. Ellos pueden ser también otras personas. Not only them, there could be other people too. And because what you did, you know, depending lo que tú hiciste en tu pecado, it will be, you know, people will be dropped there. Gente va a estar ahí, but they're like chained together, como que encadenados. Like you saw these bones and these flesh like just dripping. Tú ves como que la piel como que quemándose, como quemado, like black. You know, they're like gray because, you know, when you get burned y te pones viejo ya, como que, you know, your skin changes color and everything. And I saw this and it was so sad. Y yo vi esto y esto es como que a place that we know that when God comes here, back in this earth, right? Jesus comes back in this earth, there's gotta be a second death. Y ahí van a estar echados todos de nuevo because it says it in the word. And Hades would give up his death, you know, the people that are in Hades and people that died in the sea and everything, you know, will be back judging. But oh God, this time it's gonna be like forever. You're gonna die in this second death. It's like fire. Y ese, it's like a part, like what he has reserved is a part, like no one's there, like no one. I mean, not even demons are there. It's no one's there. It's like sealed or something. But in that place, hay ángeles, like they're angels because they're like guardian, you know, they have to guard it. You know, they're there all the time. Ellos, hay ángeles ahí como que guardianes ahí como protegiendo ahí ese lugar, you know. And I saw that. I saw that. Yo vi esto y yo me quedé como que, what? You know, viendo, because I was so petrified. Like, I was like, wow, look at these people, como que no podían salir. And like my thought, like, oh, they can't get out. They can't get out. And, you know, and that's when it ended. Y aquí he terminado, tú sabes, en mi testimonio, cuestión del infierno, right? The first part of it was my experience for real, like as he brought me there, like my soul there, como que my body there. La primera experiencia que yo estoy relatando fue que mi espíritu estaba ahí, como que ahí. Es como si yo hubiera muerto, like as if like I died that night. Like I died and I wasn't gonna come up. Como si yo me hubiera muerto en mi cama y yo no iba a vivir de nuevo. Like I wasn't. But esta aquí que tú estás viendo del lago de fuego, this way you see like a fire, is that he took my spirit out. He took my spirit out and I could see it like in a vision he's showing me, you know, and I saw that, you know, that's a different experience that I saw, he showed me. And, you know, ends from here, and then now to heaven. Heaven. Desde que yo soy niña, I could see this guy in a throne. I remember seeing this person in a throne. Y él era en un trono. Yo vi un hombre con blanco pelo, like white hair. White hair. And yo no la podía ver. Like you could not see him because when you look up, it's like you're looking at the sun. Tú no puedes ver tu cara porque cuando tú ves, es como si tú miras el sol. It's like you look at the sun, right? And so you couldn't see it, but I draw what I saw at that time, right? And, oh man, where is this thing? I think it's in the beginning here. And this, since I was a kid, like I'm saying, he always showed me, and you know, heaven, sorry, heaven, when I was a kid, he brought me there, and now too, but ahora también, tú sabes, yo tengo esta experiencia desde que yo era niña, yo veo esta persona, white robe thing, but I look for it because I drew it what I saw, and then we're gonna go to the verse, and to describe what I saw, right? Oh yeah, man, right here. Let me see, is it this one right here? Oh, here we go. Estaba en Revelation, right? So let's go first read in Spanish. Vamos primero verlo en español. Revelación 1, 14, 15. Dice, su pelo lucía como la lana, blanca como la nieve. Sus ojos resplandecían como la llama de fuego. And what, okay, so I'm going to read it in English too. Oh wait, it's right here. And then I'm going to read it right here. That says Revelation 1, 14, 15 says, let me see here. Hold on here. Let me see this, you know, I'm still not used to this Bible in English. 1, 14, let me see. Okay, I found it. And it says, okay, Revelation 1, 14, 15. His head and his hairs were white like wool and white as snow. And his eyes were as flame as fire. And his feet was like fine brass, and they burned in like a furnace, and his voice sounded like many waters. Y su voz era con muchos aguas, sonaba como una voz de muchas aguas. And that right there, I saw when I was a kid, like I could always see this person always. And what I saw at that time, I drew it, right? And sorry, again, I'm not the best drawing. Like, I try, okay? I try, really. I saw this person on a throne, and his hair was white, and you can't look at his face because it shines like the sun. Tú no puedes ver su cara porque era como que blanco, como, o sea, como el sol tan resplandeciente. Like, it was shining, right? So this is what I saw, and I drew it right here, like, give you an idea. And everything that I see, it has to, you know, has to be matching as Bible verse. It has to. And, you know, it says it, right there, like in Revelation, I write it down, you know. Everything that I see, it has to match. Time passes by que Jesus is always calling me. Él siempre me está llamando. Another thing, I was ignoring the call. You know, he's always calling me. And the second time I saw him again, I was like in my 20s. In my 20-something. Just like the experience I had too as the hell experience. Como también la experiencia que tuve con el infierno también estaba mayorcita. Pero yo vi this person, right? And what I saw, lo que yo veo es que yo veo una fuente como un agua. I see a water, living water, like running waters. And I saw this person. And I'm like, yo veo una persona ahí. He's like, Isa, come here, Isa. Me está llamando, like, he's calling my name, like. I see this person calling me, like, what? Veo una persona llamándome. Y yo, no puede ser. I'm like, no, it can't be. And at that time, Jesus didn't reveal his face to me. Y yo me recuerdo, and I remember, he's like, Isa, it is me, soy yo, el que ha de venir, que es principio y el fin, que soy el alfa y el omega. He's like, who is to come. I am the alpha and the omega, the beginning and end. I'm like, and the thing is, and this is Bible right now, I'm going to give you. Entonces, él dice, I could see, like, his face, I can't see it because it's like looking at like the shine, like looking at the sun. I couldn't see his face. Es como mirar el sol. So again, like, yo no puedo verlo. But I see his hands. His hands has the marks. Yo vi sus manos. Y sus pies, I saw his hands and feet. They had the mark of the nails. You know, I saw it. And he's like, Isa, come here. Isa, touch me. Touch me. Touch me to see I am real. And tócame, para que tú veas que yo soy real. And you know what? And I'm gonna show you, right? Y dice, en Juan 20:27. And you gotta go to John 20:27. I'm gonna search it too. Let me search it. Let me go to Juan. Let me see. Let me go to Juan. Right here. Okay, I found it in Spanish. Hold on. 27, right there. Okay. And then, I'm going to find it in English too. So, let me find it. That's Luke. John right here. Okay. John 27. Okay. Okay, so, primero vamos a leer Juan 20:27. Y dice, y luego dice a Tomás, mete tu dedo aquí y ve mis manos, alarga acá tu mano y métala en mi costado. Y no seas incrédulo, sino creyente. Okay, now I'm going to read the English one, right? And it says, John 20:27. And he said unto Thomas, reach your finger into here, into my side. And don't be like faithfulness of not believing. And that's what he did to me, right? And that's what he did to me. And he told me, touch the side of where he had, donde a él le hirieron, with the spear right here. He still has it. Él todavía lo tiene. But and then, if we go down, si vamos para el 25, if we go to verse 25, right? It says, y, okay, en español, ¿verdad? 25, versículo 25 dice, y le dijeron, pues, y los otros discípulos al Señor hemos visto, y les dijo, si no viere mis manos la señal de los clavos, y metiere mi dedo en lugar de los clavos, metiere mi mano en su costado, no creyere. So, and then I'm going to go back to verse. Let's go to 25. It says, the other disciples, therefore, said unto him, and we've seen the Lord. But he said unto them, except I see in his hand the print of his nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into the side, and I would not believe. And he's like saying to Thomas, like, you know what, if you haven't seen me or even touched me, you would not believe. And that is Bible, because he showed me himself. He told me, Isa, touch me. Él me dijo, tócame. And I remember, I touched him and they're still there. Yo me recuerdo, sus marcas todavía están ahí. Están ahí, still. It hasn't closed. And it's not, y no va a cerrar. Because the day it's going to close, el día que va a cerrar es que when he's coming back in the earth again. And he's going to be in front. Él va a estar enfrente de las personas. Esas personas. The people who did harm to him. It's going to be in front of him. Esa persona va a estar enfrente. Y cuando le pregunten, when they ask him, oh, why you have those marks in your hands and feet? Ah, ¿por qué tú tienes esas marcas de tus manos y tus pies? Él va a decir, my friends did this to me. Y él va a decir, mis amigos me hicieron esto. You know, y después cuando tienes todo su persona de nuevo, vas a cerrar las heridas. Pero, yeah, still, he is like flesh and bones. Like, I touch him as, like, I'm feeling myself. Yo lo toqué, like, touch. And I was like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Like, I don't know. Como que no estoy preparada. I don't know. He calls again. Y pasa tiempo. And en el 2020, in 2020, like in August, in agosto, I accepted Jesus. Y la cosa es que, you know, yo siempre lo digo in all my videos. I say in all my videos, I did not believe in Jesus. Like, I was a Catholic, and like, I just believed that, oh, he was in the cross. Yo creía como que la cruz, y cada vez que tú vas ahí, tú le pides ahí en la cruz, you look at the cross, being a Catholic, and you ask for him. He's always going to be there. That's the way I was taught. But yo, como que él me llamó. He called me. Because the day of my deliverance, and this, It's something I'm going to tell you. In the day of my deliverance, I heard a voice. Yo escuché una voz decirme, Isa, yo quiero que tú veas esto. Isa, I want you to see this. I'm like, no. I said straight up, no. I don't know who you are. Yo no sé quién tú eres. Para mí tú no me gobiernas. But you are not the boss of me. You are not going to control me, okay? Man, that was the worst thing I ever did. Okay, I said, you do not control me. You're not the boss of me. Okay? And man, was that bad? Because that was the Holy Spirit. And I didn't know. And man, él me revolcó. And I always say, man, he shook me violently. Like, violento. And that day, he's like, you know what? He gave this authority. Como que él me habló como una autoridad. I'm like, he has this authority. Like, I have no idea. Yo no sé qué autoridad tiene, pero it was so big. Like, even worse than a military. Este es peor que una persona que está militar. And I felt like a cockroach and I shrunk down. I was like, okay, I don't know who you are, pero you want me to look at this? Okay, yo no sé quién tú eres, pero tú quieres que yo te escuche. Okay. You know, I was scared because the way he talked, like, you're gonna do what I say. Tú vas a hacer lo que te guste o no. Okay. Loud and clear. So the day I met the Holy Spirit, not so friendly. So como yo conocí al Espíritu Santo, no fue lleno de amor. Literal. Y yo escuché, like, I saw that video que quería que yo viera. And that day was everything that was happening to me. De lo que yo estaba viviendo en silencio, in silence, is what it was. And that day, and the way I was free. Y como yo era libre, el que me libertó a mí, who freed me, it was Jesus. He freed my chains, like, I mean, complete deliverance. I mean, I had never had a pastor. Yo nunca tenía un pastor poniendo su mano encima, or evangelist, or una persona evangélico en la calle, like, nobody. My deliverance was Jesus. Like, Jesus freed me. And I knew my chains from where I come from, you know, for years, like 16 years in bondage that has to do with pornography, todo lo que tiene que ver con pornografía, con fornicación, with fornication, with masturbation, con masturbación, incubus, incubus and succubus, so incubus y succubus, esos espíritus, and, you know, spirit spouse, marido espiritual, that's my area. Like, I was around what, lo que eran los demonios sexuales, like, what the demons were, like, sexual demons and stuff. Yeah. And so, that's why, when I accepted Jesus, cuando yo acepté a Jesús, Él se reveló. He revealed himself to me, like face to face, like I could see him. And yo recuerdo que él, entonces, yo lo vi, I saw him face to face in a cloud. I remember seeing him in a cloud. And before I say anything, antes que se me olvide, when I saw Jesus, like, that time when I told you, cuando yo te dije a ustedes que las marcas, he had this white robe. Él tenía una bata blanca a los pies. And he had this golden, like, thing. Él tenía como que algo como que de oro, como una cinta de oro, like, right? And he had some sandals, like, a normal, simple sandals. Y él tenía una chancleta bien humilde, bien humble. That's what I saw. But at that time, and I could not see his face, never, but I saw his body and his voice and everything. Yo recuerdo su voz y todo, pero entonces, cuando yo acepté a Cristo, when I accepted Christ, he revealed his face to me, like, face to face. And I ran him, see him in the cloud, me recuerdo verlo en una nube, y él me dijo, and he said in audibly voice, like, audible, Isa, yo te amo, I love you, and you're my daughter, and nothing, neither you or your daughter, nothing will happen. Tú eres mi hija amada, y nada a ti a tu hija te va a pasar. Like, he said my name. And since that day I accepted him, like, oh, I have to, you know, I have to. I can't leave this. I've never felt this love. Yo nunca sentí un amor como el de él. And his face is so beautiful. His smile, es algo como que inexplicable. I cannot explain it. Well, algo similar, like the way describing his face, kind of like his looks. He looked like, él se ve como la película, like the movie called Son of God. He has like clear eyes. Él tiene los ojos como que claro. And his hair is like wavy. It's like curly thing. Él tiene como el pelo con ondas o algo así, right? And I remember he had this white robe, and he had this, I don't know what you call it, a shawl, like back, como que los tiempos de antes que tenían los jodidos así en la cabeza. He had that, and I remember seeing su pelo aquí, y, you know, that was a fight, because ese día hasta el diablo no quería soltarme, I could hear it, you know, I remember the fight. Pero the next day, el próximo día, él se reveló de nuevo. He revealed himself again, like the next day, you know, and I saw like the sky like break as yo vi como que el cielo abrirse, and right there I saw angels around him. Y yo vi ángeles alrededor de él cantando, Santo, Santo, Santo tú eres, Santo, Santo tú eres. And then I saw angels around him singing, Holy, 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 Holy you are, Holy, 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 saying Holy, Holy, Holy. And you saw these angels, y tú podías ver estos ángeles que tenían como que muchas alas, like, como arriba hacia abajo, como que like lots of wings, like from top to bottom. And I'm like, wow. But along the way, as a Christian, you know, as accepting, después que yo lo acepté, él me lleva como que diferentes sitios en el cielo, pero no es así de rápido. It's not fast like in heaven now as a Christian, no. Like, you know, no, you know. It's hard, you know, to actually get into heaven or even see a glimpse of it. You know, I have seen it since I was little, and when I was little, cuando yo era chiquito, él me enseña este lugar, y yo me recuerdo the place he saw me when I was a kid, right? When I told you that I saw this person in a throne, white, you know, and I was talking to him, y yo estaba hablando cara a cara, and I said, why am I here, like, in this presence? Porque yo estoy aquí, porque yo soy pecadora, I am a sinner, and you have me in your presence. Y yo dije, y yo soy pecadora, y tú me tienes en tu presencia. And I felt him laughing, even though I couldn't see. Yo sentí que reírse, and, you know, I was on my knees, y yo estaba en mi rodilla. And yo me sentí tan vergonzada. I felt so ashamed, because I'm like, I'm a sinner, like, you know, but he showed me heaven, because yo recuerdo, I remember a gate, like when I entered heaven the first time, I remember seeing a golden gate, and there was like an angel, había un ángel ahí, había como un portón de oro, y había un ángel ahí, and right there, you could not go in, y tú no podías entrar si tu nombre no estaba escrito ahí. And I remember seeing different types of angels, y yo me recuerdo viendo diferentes tipos de ángeles, and I remember he showed me a place of like, me recuerdo un lugar que me enseñó como de oro, of gold, and I remember see a city of gold. And I'm going to show you this, like, where does it say it? And I'm going to go to Revelation. Vamos a ir para Revelaciones 21, 2 al 8, like, 21, 2 al 18, perdón. To Revelation 2 and 18, right? So let me go find it here. This is what, 9 is it? 2 to 18, let me see, 2, let me see, 18. Okay, let's go to 18. Vamos a Revelaciones 21, 18. We're going to Revelation 21, 18, all right? Let me read it in English, and then I read in Spanish. And it says, and the building of the walls, and it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Okay, and that's in Revelation 21, 18. Entonces, vamos a leerlo en español too. El español que dice, and I'm going to show you, okay? Let's go back in the Spanish one also too. Let me see here. Right here, and 21 right here. Let me see, 21, going back down. Is it 21, 18? Okay. Aquí en Apocalipsis 21:18, y el material de su muro era de jaspe, ciudad era de oro puro, semejante al vidrio limpio. Okay, and when I saw this day is the day when I saw God in the throne, and what he showed me, I'm sorry, I'm going to show you this, and on top it has another picture of something else, but ignore that. La parte que te voy a enseñar está abajo. Hay algo arriba, so picheate eso, okay? So, let me go see this. It was right here, right here. right here, I saw like this golden, yo podía ver una ciudad de oro, había muchas calles, there was like a lot of streets of gold, and there were houses, right, había casas, y las casas tenía como que diamonds and pearls and like esmeralda, diamante, like made of different materials, and you're like, wow, like these huge like houses and mansion and the flowers, right? There were flowers there. Había flores y las flores, they were like a color like I've never seen in this earth. Like, hay unos colores que yo nunca he visto aquí. Yo me quedé como que, and the thing is, when you're like in the heaven, it's like as everything worships. Es como que si todo adora a Dios, like everything worships God, like everything. You don't see these colors here. I'm like, wow, and they're like alive. I'm like, wow, this beautiful flower, like you can see the beautiful streets, and I'm like, wow, look at this building, que yo estoy viendo eso de chiquita que me está mostrando. And the gate, remember, like I had to draw this, like the gate, there was like a gate, you know, and there was a person right here, and I drew like this tiny thing, because sometimes when a veces cuando yo quiero dibujar, pues yo literal cojo mi tiempo, you know, and that's why, you know, on the bottom, you know, I have written down, like you see Revelations down there, like, you know, 21, 18, like everything, todo lo que tengo que ver tiene que ver con la palabra, pero I didn't know this, you know, not, you know, I always seen him, you know, I always seen him, I always seen God ever since I was a kid. I talked to him face to face, yo siempre podía verlo, incluso, you know, como adulta. Entonces, and one day, and this is also Bible too, I see this stairs, I saw this stairs, like golden stairs going up, and you know, angels descend up and down, and you're like, oh, but where in the Bible, you know, it says that, if you don't know, right? Genesis 28:12. Vamos a ir para Génesis. Entonces, esto que yo estoy viendo es una escalera, pero this is when I'm like an adult. I see this when I'm an adult now, because there's different things I seen when I was a kid. Hay diferentes cosas que yo he visto. Cuando yo era niña, Dios me llevó al cielo y yo vi la ciudad. When I was a kid, God showed me him and the city of gold, en la ciudad de oro. Entonces, esto ahora, what I see is now as a Christian, now in my walk, and now como una cristiana ahora, yo vi una escalera, like I remember seeing una escalera de oro que tú subías y bajabas y descendían ángeles, subían y bajaban. ¿Y dónde? Vamos a ir en Génesis 28:12. We're going right now to Genesis 28:12, and we're going to go to the English one first, since I have it right here. 28, oh, right there, right in my face. 28:12, and it says, and there he dreamed, and behold, the ladder set upon the earth, and the top of it reached to the heaven, and behold, the angels of God descending on it. Y eso está en Genesis 28:12. Y ahora, el español dice, let's go to Spanish one too. 28. Vamos a ver, 28. I don't know why I'm going to save this there. Here we go, 28. En 28, capítulo 28, Génesis 12. Y dice, y sonó he aquí una escalera que estaba apoyada en la tierra y su cabeza tocaba el cielo. Y he aquí los ángeles de Dios que subían y descendían por ella. So, this is Bible, right? And I'm going to show you what I saw, right? And, you know, I just had to draw that because, you know, it's like trying to, para recordar como que what I'm seeing, you know, all the time. It's hard. Y hay a veces, there's sometimes, like, what am I going to see? I'm like, oh, let me look for it, like something similar. A veces déjame buscar algo que sea similar a lo que yo vi. So you saw the stairs, and right here it has like a door, right? Y aquí suben y bajan ángeles. Y también el enemigo, and also the enemy, when he gotta, you know, be, you know, the accuser, he goes up those stairs. Él sube. Entonces, me now as a Christian, different times, diferentes momentos que, ¿verdad? Cuando yo abro esta puerta, que yo subí la escalera, I opened the door, en el momento no podía entenderlo, pero we're gonna read what I'm gonna show you right now. Yo no lo entendía. Later on I did. I started to understand what it was. And then when I opened the door, yo podía ver como que and I'm going to say in English and then in Spanish, like a ballroom. And it was like a feast. It was ready to receive the bride. And I saw like there was food, like plates served, and había como que, and there was like a table set, like, and people like there were angels right there. I remember seeing two. And I was like, wow, there's like this party? What's going on? Preparing. I didn't understand it. Y entonces, I'm going to show you right now, right? I drew somewhat like what I saw, like, it was hard because I can't remember the table exactly. O sea, no puedo recordar exactamente como que las mesas, so what I said, right? I'm going to go to the verse. Yo te voy a llevar al versículo que, like, with the way I was dressed, right? So, in what I saw, and this is now, as a Christian now, ¿verdad? Caminando ahora. Yo vi cuando yo entré por las puertas, when I walked in through the doors, I saw like a ballroom, beautiful, like gold and white. Gold and white, como de oro y blanco, como que everything beautiful, with like, wow. Y there was like a table set, and como que like ready, just being like, heaven is getting prepared for his coming. El cielo se está preparando para su novia. Entonces, like, si vamos para Revelaciones 19:9, right? And I was with some people, right? Like coming into, but I always draw the verse. So let's go to the verses, right? And then después yo puedo explicarte como que lo que yo estoy viendo, lo que yo estoy vestida. So vamos de nuevo. We're going back to the Bible. Everything is Bible right here, okay? Everything. And then, déjame ver. 19. Let me see. First, I'm going to read it in Spanish, and then I'm going to go to the English one. Okay, so aquí dice, en Apocalipsis 19:9 dice. Okay, Apocalipsis 19:9 dice. Y él me dice, escribe, bienvenidos los que son llamados a la cena del Cordero. Y me dijo, estas son las palabras verdaderas de Dios. There you're welcome to the feast. So let's go to the English one, right? And the English one says in Revelation 19:9. Let me see, let me go back. Let me go here. Revelation right here, 19. Let me see. 19:9. Oh, right here. Revelation 19:9, and it says, and unto me write, blessed are they which are called into the marriage of the supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, these are true sayings of God. And that, like, what I saw, lo que yo vi era, the feast, like heaven. It's getting prepared. Like, they're preparing for, like, estamos en los tiempos. And then what I saw, like, dressed in white, because I have this, yo tengo como una túnica blanca, like white. And I'm going to tell you, yo también te voy a enseñar algo, te voy a decir, porque esta parte, this part I'm going to tell you, is a testimony of my friend. Like, something for you to see on, and we're going to search it. Pero esto aquí, vamos a ir para Revelaciones 7:9. Vamos a ir para aquí. Yo voy a buscarlo primero en español. We're going to go to Revelation 7:9. The first time I read it in Spanish. And then I'll read it in English, okay? Revelation 7. Let me see that. Let me see 7 here. Let me see 7. Is this one right here? Let me see. 7. Right here. 7, 9. Let me see. 7, 9. Okay. En Apocalipsis 7:9 dice, después de estas cosas miré, y he aquí una gran compañía, la cual ninguno podría contar, de toda nación, tribus, pueblos, lengua que estaban delante del trono y en la presencia del Cordero, vestidos de ropa blanca con palmas en sus manos. Okay, now I'm gonna read the English one too, because we're gonna search this, and then the English one says Revelation. Going back to the beginning. Like different, because this Bible is like different. The English one is so different. I'm sorry, it's like I'm not used to this. I'm doing it. Estoy haciendo el español in English, It's hard. Okay, so it's right here on 7. Okay, 7:9, and it says, let me see. After this I beheld, and though great multitude which no man could number, all the nations and all kinds of people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Okay, so now we're going to describe like the white robes. And then this, what I saw, right, is like what, when God comes back, you're gonna have this, like, tú vas a tener como que una vestidura blanca, like, I can't even compare in this earth, like, there's no comparison. No puedo explicarte porque no hay algo que así, like, it's not, like, I can't. But this, I'm going to tell you, is now, this part, ahora que te voy a decir, es un parte de testimonio de una amiga mía. And this friend of mine, right, had this testimony of her mom and dad. Before they died, antes que se murieran, ella lo vio en una visión. And then her dad was a pastor. And, like, he was always in the word. And he, like, was a great pastor, and he had kids, but the gift that he had, el don que él tenía, él se lo pasó a su hija, like, the gifts were, thank God, they were passed to her, and she is a great woman now, and as the walk, right, little by little, God's been taking her higher and higher to people and places, and entonces, el papá, que era una gran pastor, he was a great pastor, el día que se murió, the day that he died, she saw him in a vision thing. She didn't know it, ella no sabía, y de momento lo vio con una vestidura blanca. He goes, él le dijo, me tengo que ir, tú no puedes entrar donde yo voy a estar, I gotta go, the angel's here to get me, el ángel viene aquí a buscarme. And she remembers that él tenía una túnica blanca, pero bien resplandeciente. And the angel, she saw the angel. Ella vio el ángel con él y el ángel se lo llevó. And they, she saw the angel with him. And they left, like, to, like, this rest place. Like, they were going to rest. Like, he was going to rest. And she didn't know no more. And then later on, he died. Like, he died. Él murió. Y eso fue como una despedida, como que, to her. And then when her mom died, it was the same thing. Cuando la mamá de ella murió, también, ella como cristiana, there's very few people que literal encuentran el camino con Dios. Like, hay más gente descendiendo in hell. There's more people descending into hell than to heaven, ¿verdad? Y ella vio su mamá, pero ella no sabía que su mamá estaba muriéndose o murió, right? Y ella lo vio a ella, y she saw her, and her mom's like, I gotta go, I gotta go, a donde yo voy, tú no puedes entrar, where I'm coming, you can't come in. But she saw her, like, in this joy, she could see her in this joy, like, smiling, laughing, and he told her, where I'm coming, you can't come, you can't follow. And she remembers seeing this white robe, like, white, and this shine, like, no other, like, as she was happy and peaceful. Y se lo llevó el ángel. The angel took her. And then later on, when she woke up or something, she found out that her mom died. So she's like, praise God that she made it. That's a little testimony of my friend, what she saw, and what they talk about, what I saw, the white robes, right? Because all the saints are going to have white robes, like, shining. And y si vamos vamos para el principio. Like, if we go to the beginning of it, we could find it in the beginning. Because when, cuando vamos para el principio en Genesis, right? In Genesis, Adam and Eve, right? They were clothed. Ellos tenían vestiduras de gloria. They were dressed in glory. And they didn't know they were nude. Ellos no sabían que estaba desnudo. Why? Because they were dressed in glory. And this, you know, ellos estaban vestidos y ellos no podían darse cuenta porque estaban vestidos de la gloria, de la presencia. They were dressed in the glory and the presence of God. That's why they didn't know. Not until they sinned. Not hasta que ellos no pecaron. Y la palabra que dice, ay, y vas a morir. And then the verse says, and they're gonna die. But really, tú no vas a morir físicamente. You're not gonna die physically. You're gonna die spiritually. Because the connection, tú vas a morir espiritualmente. Because the connection que tú tienes con Dios era tu gloria. That's why, por eso tú estabas vestido. That was your glory. That's why you were dressed. And when they broke that, cuando ellos pecaron, eso se rompió. They were died spiritually. And that connection of God, that's why God was like, hey, where are you? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Pero él dijo, ay, me escondí, because you hide in the presence. When you do bad, you hide from him, you know? But he knows, he sees everything. And, you know, yo, en mis caminos, como que, you know, yo vi también, like, another day, this is as a Christian, you know, still in my walk, and not every day, because this like some days, right? And I just want to tell you, el árbol de la vida entre bien y el mal, it's like guarded, you know, it's guarded, it's still guarded. Because when I went, and this happened in January 5th, 2022, esto pasó en enero 5, 22, que Dios me llevó al cielo, y yo veo como un árbol, pero it was guarded, like, I'm like, oh, you know, it's guarded, this place. But when kids are aborted, cuando la gente hacen abortos, ¿verdad? Hay niños en el cielo. There are kids in heaven. Because, and the thing is, this is weird, I'm going to tell you. Esto es bien raro lo que te voy a decir. But it's like, when you die, like, heaven continues as, like, this earth, like, como yo te dije al principio of this golden city, right? It's another, like, place as here, like, in this earth, right? Es como un sitio como así. Pero you have classrooms. Ellos tienen clases de que play. Y cuando tú abortas un niño, when you choose to abort a kid, and even though they're like a tiny little thing, even cuando están así chiquititos, that is still life. Ellos todavía tienen un alma, okay? A tiny little, that's still life. It has a heartbeat. It's still a soul. Todavía está y tiene el soplo. Y cuando alguien lo aborta o muere, Dios se lo lleva, el ángel se lo lleva. And God brings it whole, right? And then, cuando Él lo hace completo, and if you die and you enter heaven, Dios te lo va a dar de vuelta. God is going to return it back. But, unfortunately, if you die and you don't go to heaven, unfortunately, you know, kids, you know, you're not gonna get it. You know, God takes care of kids. Then I remember seeing an angel there protecting the kids. Like, he was there 24/7. Like, and there was like classes. There was like a classroom. Ellos podían jugar. And I'm like, wow, this is really weird. Esto es bien raro, right? And in heaven, en el cielo, otro tiempo, like, I'm still in my walk, and this is not every day what I'm seeing, tú sabes. Esto que estoy diciendo del cielo no es todos los días que estoy diciéndote. Porque siempre cuando yo veo algo, yo lo dibujo y le pongo la fecha, si es importante, right? And, déjame ver. And then this part, right, that I messed up. Here, let me see. No, let's go back. It's here. Like, here somewhere. And, let me see, I think it's here. Oh yeah, it's right here. And then, oh yeah, it was right here. Déjame ver. Ah, okay, right here. Y esto que yo vi, this place that I saw, and I forgot to put the date. Oh yeah, no, I did. Era septiembre 14, 2021. This day I saw was September 14, 2021, right? And what I saw, lo que yo vi aquí, que yo te voy a enseñar, es los archivos. You have records of yourself, pero you cannot see it. Tú tienes como que archivos de tu vida. Cada persona tiene un archivo en el cielo. Everyone has has book and has your name on it, and you cannot see it. Tú no puedes leer, tú no puedes verlo. Pero when I saw it, yo dibujé lo que yo vi, and if I could find, si yo puedo dibujar algo como que similar a lo que yo vi, yo voy a buscar una foto como que más o menos, yo, okay, I remember everything, I started to draw it, but I'm like, okay, maybe I need something, yo tengo que buscar un poquito. Entonces, cuando yo vi esto, yo veo un ángel, y ahí, ese ángel está ahí, o sea, this angel is there, like, guarding, like, you're not gonna come in, o sea, tú no vas a entrar, tú puedes entrar, pero tú no vas a ver nada, o sea, abrir tu libro, no, okay, because when you find out that, like, oh, you're going through so much things, you know, and tú dices, oh, God still has your book and it's still unwritten, it still has, todavía tiempo, cuando tú te matas y tú te quitas la vida, you know, you cut your book, you know, and you go to, you know, if you think that you're not, si tú te crees que tú cuando te quitas la vida y vas para el cielo, I'm so sorry, it's just not. You know, because God gives you life. Dios te da la vida, Dios te lo quita. Who are you to take your own life? You know, I'm so sorry. It's like so sad because even the word says that, like, neither the suicide will enter heaven. Nada del cielo que sean los suicidas van a entrar. And it's so sorry. And la cosa es que God does not send you to hell. You send yourself. Dios no te envía para el infierno. Tú te envías solo of your sin. And that place is a place of not with God. Ese sitio es un sitio que tú no estás con Dios. No estás con Dios. You're not with God. Like, you know. But what I saw, right? And I put it again, right? You see this, right? These books, and you saw this angel here, right? And you see like the date, right? Like, let's go back up a little bit. Right here, you see, it says the date. I always draw like the day, and I have this covered for some sort of reason, you know, personal. And, you know, I wanted the page to get ruined or something, I don't know. You see? And things like, you know, he has like this classic pen with like a feather or something, I don't know. And the thing is, you know, that's some parts I've seen of heaven. And I also seen the rapture as the day that I was in the throne when I was a kid. I remember seeing the rapture, and the saints were taken up of, you know, the ground, wherever place they were, subían, descendían rápido. Las personas que estaban con Dios descendían rápido, and some people were left here on earth. And algunas personas estaban aquí dejadas. And I remember when I remember seeing this. Yo me recuerdo viendo un caballo, a horse, right? And this horse was white, and he had his angels with him. Había un caballo, era blanco y tenía sus ángeles con él, and, you know, sound of the trumpet. And yo me recuerdo la gente diciendo, oh my God, he's real, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Mira, es real, es real, es real. No es embuste, like, you know, all eyes could see, because that's what they're like, all eyes could see. That's when people are like, oh, Jesus is here, Jesus is there. Like, oh, no, the day, you know, everyone will see Jesus, like, you know. That's why there's so many people saying como que I'm the Christ, I'm the Christ. I'm like, yeah, I'm the Christ, but they're asking to you to tattoo yourself 666. You know what? I'm that. You know, what the heck? You know, all eyes are gonna see him, and that's what I saw. And that day, the day when I was a kid, ese día que yo lo vi como niño, como viendo ese personaje en el trono blanco. Yo vi, de momento, I saw them up in heaven, everyone, y había una fila, y había un trono, y él estaba sentado, there was a throne, and he was sitting down, judging everybody, and it was sad, because there was like a podium, había como no sé cómo explicarle, como en español sería cuando tú estás en una corte, y tú estás como que enfrente a algo, como un podio, no sé, ¿verdad? Algo así, un podium, right? Y hay un ángel, there's an angel next to you, right? Porque cuando tú estás en esta vida, in this earth, you have an angel. Tú tienes un ángel. Y ese ángel está contigo, and that angel is with you to guide you to heaven. Like, that's the way. He guides you to heaven. Él está contigo para ayudarte para que entres en el cielo y logres entrar. So, when you're there, that angel comes up, He's right there. Y tus libros son abiertos. Y it's like weird because it's like, I saw like a scroll. Como los tiempos así de egipcios que eran como un papel así largo, así como los tiempos así como que con de Jesús, así, como papel, así, like that, right? But of gold. Y de momento, yo vi las personas being judged, and I remember some people, God was saying like, and the people to the left, they were separating the people from left to right. Habían Dios en estas personas ya que son juzgadas, like, yeah. Some people, Dios estaba diciendo, okay, las personas a mi izquierda, las personas a mi derecha. And let me see if I can find it, because yo lo tengo, sí. I do have it down. Let me find like the verse way, because I know there is here, right? So I did draw it. Yo lo dibujé, ¿verdad? Pero since that happened like when I was a kid, I can't remember the date, because that happened so many years back when I was a kid. Eso yo no apunté la fecha porque como era de niña, pues estas son mis experiencias, right? Y entonces, espérate. In the experience, right, you saw yourself, and you saw like an angel here, and you saw like this scroll, right? And you saw in the throne, and you saw like this door, like when you went through, like, when you went through there, like, you knew, tú sabías que angels put through you. Once God says, like, you were to be judged, and you weren't gonna make it, tú sabías que tú no lo lograbas, los ángeles no le importa, they don't care, they throw you like a sack of potato, ellos te tiran como un saco de papa, like, they have no mercy, and ellos, they do God's work, they do God's work, ellos hacen el trabajo de Dios, no tuyo, ¿me entiendes? They don't do yours, they do God, so they obey God, So let me see, I'm trying to find something for you guys to see something. Hold on, let me see. And let me see. Let me see that. No, it's not that. Not that. And let me see here. Let me see where it is. Nope, that's something else right there. I'm gonna hide that. Nope, right here. Nope. Oh no, I can't find it. Yo no puedo encontrar esto, caramba. I'm trying to search for this thing. And I can't find it. Like, I cannot find it at all. Yo no sé. Yo creo que está al principio. I'm trying to find this thing because, it has a lot of drawings on it, It has a lot of drawings because this is what I see, what God shows me, lo que Dios me ve, y yo lo dibujo todo, like everything, And déjame ver. Oh, aquí, I found it. Entonces, I'm gonna find it in English too, right here, to read it to you, because I have written down in Spanish right here. So before I do jump into it, yo lo tengo en español. Vamos a ir. We're going to Matthew 13:14, right? Let me search Matthew right here on this. Let me see here, Matthew. Where are you, buddy? Oh, here we go, Matthew. We're going back. Right here, one more. And it says 13:14. Oh, right here. Vamos a leer en inglés, ya que estamos aquí. We're going to read it in English, right? And it says, Matthew 7:13-14, it says, enter ye in the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth into destruction, and many there which will go there. And then it says to verse 14, says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which into him life few, and there will be a few to find it. And así mismo, entonces, el español entra por la puerta estrecha, porque ancha es la puerta, espacioso el camino que lleva a la perdición, y muchos que son entrados por ella, porque estrecha es la puerta y angosto es el camino que llevan a la vida, y pocas son los que las hallan. And then the thing is that there are more people going to go straight to hell, because wide is the gate and narrow is very few to find it. That's what I saw. there was more people ascending into hell than heaven, but you know, when they were cast, like there was no mercy, you know, no mercy whatsoever. And everything I see, like I always draw it, and since todo lo que yo veo, yo lo dibujo, tú sabes, like I have seen other things that it's in Revelation a lot, but I haven't speak it because hay cosas que si Dios me dice como que, okay, speak it, you know, I will. If not, then I can't, you know, I can't go over him, you know, I obey. But, toda esta experiencia que te he dicho son experiencias. The experiences I had is what I told you from now or little, and you know, I have actually, if it's now, obviously I have the date of it, you know. And so, you know, si tú como persona también tienes visiones and you're a seer, right, in English, draw it, write it, and todo lo que tú ves que sea de Dios, que tú sabes, everything that's God's gonna give you a vision or something like that, it has to go through Bible. Tiene que estar en la Biblia, como que, you know, and that's why I draw it. Eso soy yo, tú sabes, personalmente, esto soy yo, no es nadie como que, you know, que this is me, you know, and I always, there's some people, you know, who will believe it, some people don't, pero at least, you know, hay gente que le va a creer y gente que no. And this is what I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you believe it or not, because antes de yo decirte esto, literal, era como que yo dejé I stopped preaching to the American community because there's so much to judge. Yo dejé de predicar a la gente americana porque ellos juzgan demasiado. And they would look at me like, oh, look at her nails, she's not holy, she don't walk holy. Oh, look at her necklace and, you know, her makeup. Mira sus uñas. Y cuando Dios me confrontó, when God confronted me on it, and, you know, rough. You know, each and every person have a different, you know, relationship with him, you know, has a different relationship with him. Mine is strict, okay? Entonces, he said, do you care what they say? ¿A ti te importa lo que ellos dicen? O lo que yo? Who called you? They or I did? And ellos te llamaron, tú? Ellos te llamaron o fui yo? And then I was like, and then he would tell me, y me decía, ven acá. Y acaso when I walked in this earth, yo no fui escupido, was I not spit on? Yo no fui humillado, was not humiliated? And I told him, yes, sí, es verdad. He's telling me, él me está diciendo esto like, pissed off, like mad. Yes, you know, he's like, then a ti no te va a importar, you shouldn't care what other people think. I'm like, okay, yes, clear. Ever since then, you could speak to me, you could tell me like, oh, you're not walking holy, I don't care what you think, okay? Dios fue el que me llamó. So si Dios me está enseñando algo, if God telling me something and showing me something, I'm gonna tell you straight up. If whoever knows me knows, I'm gonna tell you straight up. And everything I see, it has to go through Bible. Everything I see, todo lo que veo, tiene que pasar por la Biblia, porque, o sea, yo, dependiendo de las cosas, you know, depending on the things, I talk about it. And this, I was not gonna talk about it. Pero esto es lo que te quiero decir. This I want to tell you, when you cast, cuando tú estás como que haciendo deliverance, doing liberación, right? Y tú envías estos demonios a los, you know, profundo of the abyss, right? You're sending these demons, right? That place, they really are there. Ellos están ahí en cadenas. They cannot get out. Not even the devil, not even the angels. No one can go in there. Like, está sagrado. Nadie entra ahí. But this, I'll tell you. Todo lo que tú viste como que de niño, of Hades and the dog y todo eso, that is real. That is real. That dog, that, what do you call it? In English is cybers. It is, en español no sé cómo cibrus. No sé cómo se dice, pero es un perro que tiene 3 cabezas. It's a dog with 3 heads. And that is real. Porque ese está ahí. Like, that is not a lie. You know, there's all things that you think are fake. No, these I saw. Esto fue some other day that it was July 26, 2001. Dios me envió viendo este sitio, like when you guys cast demons into the abyss. they're in this place locked up in cells. And I remember seeing this prison, and there were so many of all kinds, de diferentes formas, big and strong, you know. And I was so surprised. And I did draw it some things, but there's some things, you know, I'm telling you, but yo lo tengo dibujado, you know. And when I saw, like, whoa, he's like, you know, he's always in the hell thing. Like, that's why hell, you're not alone. Like, there's things around. There snakes. I mean, there's huge things there. And the thing is, cuando son culebras grandes, they're not snakes that enter like regular. Like, maybe they have needles. Como que ellos son diferentes formas, like as if they were muted. I don't know. Es como si estuvieran hecho de otra forma, como con espigas, cuchillo. Like, it's so weird to explain, you know, the way they're created to torture. But, you know, so this to here is my testimony of heaven and hell thing. And, you know, I just want to tell you that God, te quiero decir esto, aquí termina mi testimonio. It was really hard to talk about this. Era bien difícil hablar because I never talk about it. You know, especially the hell experience. Especialmente la experiencia del infierno. Like, that was just too much. It was so, era tan traumante que I never talked about it in my life. Like, no one knew about it. Nobody. Like, nobody. And then I started to see Isaiah. Yo nunca hablé de esto. Y yo empecé a ver Isaiah Salvidal. I started to see Isaiah Salvidal bringing people in his channel. And I'm like, wow. Me dio como que apoyo. And the people commenting, la gente también comentando, and I'm like, wow. But first, you know, I had to prepare myself because this is a long video. Like, it's not a short video. So in the end, yo te voy a poner las fotos ahí, no sé, ¿verdad? Para que tú veas lo que yo vi en cada referencia. Like, I'm gonna put the photos so you can see. Like, I showed you what I draw. Now, I put a picture. Yo puse yo te enseñé las fotos que yo dibujé. Y yo también busqué una foto más o menos de lo que yo vi. Yo encontré fotos más o menos para que tú veas como que creé imágenes para ti. For like what I saw. You know, so hasta aquí llegamos. Shalom. I love you, family. Y te quiero decir esto. God so loves you that he gave up his only son. Dios te ama tanto que él dio su único hijo para ti. And he died on the cross for you, and he still has these marks. Él todavía tiene eso. That's why it was so hard. Like, I could still, as if he was like, I could still see, like, it's so hard. Es tan difícil. Like, even so many things que Dios me ha enseñado, so many things God showed me. The only thing, God could not send me that. Like, nope. I think you know, solamente reading it, or even seeing it in a movie, solamente leyendo y viendo la movie, it breaks me down. Yo rompo y lloro. That's to see the way he died. Oh, no, that is horrible. Whew, I would cry and cry and cry, even reading it, even seeing it. Like, I cannot, like, he knows he can't show me that vision of that. Nope. But you want to know something? But my daughter did. My daughter one day told me, Mom, I saw God, and ella me dice, Ma, yo vi Dios. And I'm like, oh. Pay attention to your kids, especially lo que ellos sueñan, what they dream about. And I told her, yes, and you know, and I drew what she was explaining to me. Like, I drew it because, you know, and the funny thing is, she told me like everything. Like, Mom, él cuando murió, él estaba con una, when he died, he had these nails right here, and he had some nails right here, Ma, unos clavos en sus manos y en sus pies, and he had some nails on his feet, and they were dripping blood, y sangraban sus pies, sangraban sus pies y sus manos, mamá. Y había un hombre, there was a bad man beating him, whipping him, y había un hombre malo que le estaba dando duro. Y tú puedes ver sangre, you can see the blood drip, and I cried, like, you know, yo lloré porque ella está describiendo, she's describing, she saw God as when he was at the cross. She saw him when he was being tortured. She saw him when he was at the cross and bleeding. And I was like, oh my God, I can't even see it myself. And my daughter saw it. And she saw like the enemy there, you know, as the devil right there. And describe what she saw, like, in every person. Ella también vio como que en ese tiempo el diablo ahí, como que, como malo, malvado. Ya te puedo decir, mami, había un hombre malo ahí. He was so evil and he was so happy, like, oh, I won. Él estaba tan contento, como que yo gané, yo gané, yo gané, you know. And that's a lot. And yo quiero decirte que existe un cielo, existe un infierno. There is a hell and there's a heaven. So you gotta choose your path. Tú tienes que escoger qué camino vas, you know, because Él te está llamando hoy. Nothing, todo, Él te está llamando ahora. He is calling you now. He's calling you now, today. Don't be dumb, because that's why, eso es lo que yo digo, que los demonios en esa parte tienen razón. The demons in that part they're are saying truth, because we're dumb humans, porque estamos estúpidos humanos, porque we don't believe. O sea, no creemos. Y la palabra dice que, you know, they believe, ellos creen y tiemblan. And then the word says that they believe and they tremble. And we don't. Y nosotros no. Porque hay gente que te dice, no, he's not real. There's people that say, no, Jesus not real. Mira, these eyes right here. Estos ojos vieron. Estos ojos vieron. Él es real. And I say to you, people who do not believe in Jesus, I say to you, esto es lo que te voy a decir. Tú puedes, and I'm going to say this in Spanish and then I'm going to say it in English. Tú puedes ver tu cerebro o el viento. ¿Tú ves el viento? No, ¿verdad? Pero, ¿tú sientes el viento? Sí, tú lo sientes, ¿verdad? Y así es Dios. Tú no lo ves, pero lo sientes. God is just like that. God is like the wind. Could you see the wind? No. Could you feel the wind? Yes. God is just like that. You can't see him, but you can feel him. And he is real. Él se revela a quien quiere. He reveals himself to his people. Still, there's so many people. Hay mucha gente parte del mundo, different part of the world, has seen him. And it's just, you know, that's the way he is. Él escoge. He chooses who he wants to reveal. Like, there's people that are even top preachers and they hear the voice of God, but they have never seen him. Y hay mucha gente que son predicadores grandes, gigantescos, famosos, y escuchan la voz de Dios, pero no visten a Dios. You know, so God loves you. Dios te ama tanto. Jesús te ama. Jesus loves you. He loves you. Which Satan is listening. Every single sinner, he loves you. Every gay person, every lesbian, cada persona lesbiana, satanista, ¿verdad? Él ama a todos los pecadores más. Él dice, te ama a ti que eres pecador, pero no el pecado. He loves you who are a sinner, but not your sin. He loves you. Yo te amo. I love you. So, shalom. Till next time. Till next time. Love you.